All right, so we are back out here checking out a gorgeous Highland home on the 55-foot lots here in Mantua in Van Alstyne. It is extremely loud out here. There's a lot of construction going on, but I want to be one of the first ones to show you these beautiful properties. This neighborhood has been one of the fastest selling and most exciting in quite some time in far north Dallas. So if you're somebody looking for a small town feel, A-rated school system in one of the best master plan communities in Dallas. I'm talking, we've got 30 miles of hike and bike trails, 400 acres of open green space. We've got resort style pools, kiddie pools. We've got pickleball courts, basketball courts, you name it, this place has it. And it's absolutely amazing, especially for those of you who are families that you want a smaller lot or a larger lot looking at 75 and wider. But today we're gonna be checking out the 55-foot product right here by Highland Homes, all on one floor. Absolutely gorgeous home, beautiful tall ceilings. And if you know anything about the builders here in Dallas, Highland is one of the best, and this is one of the best communities, and it just opened back up. So you're gonna absolutely love it. So let's go ahead and check it out. So we're gonna be checking out the Surrey floor plan on Highland's 55-foot lots out here. This is gonna be around a 2,600 square foot home, 4-bed, 4.5 bath with an office. It can also be used as a flex space, but every single room in this home is going to have its own bathroom. So you've got basically four en-suites, I guess the master and 3 different en-suites, which is awesome. So you've got this nice covered patio. As soon as you walk into the home, lots of construction going on outside. You see the truck that about ran me over right there. So we've got the 8-foot modern door right here in the front. And if you know anything about Highland, you're gonna have an insane amount of options to choose from in the design studio to build your dream home or get an amazing deal on one of those spec homes. But this is gonna be a long home. As you can see, you've got a huge entryway right here. We've got at least 10-foot ceilings right here. Really cool lighting. They do all kinds of stuff. Sometimes they put the wood paneling up top, but really cool entryway. You can see all the way to the back of home. Right over here would be a wall. So this would be your 2-car garage with the 55-foot lot. This is where we're going to be meeting you with the sales rep's office, going to show you all the plans and get you the absolute best deal possible. So right here in the front of the house, in the traditional space, you're going to have your first ensuite bedroom. Really tall ceilings in this home, which makes it feel a whole lot bigger. Highland's always going to put the beautiful plantation shutters in their homes. Just keep in mind that this is something that they do not offer, but we can get you connected with somebody who does. But you're gonna have 7-foot tall windows throughout this home, which is a huge plus. Much larger windows than you see in most builders. This looks like a full-size bed right here. So not a huge room, but still tons of space, really tall ceilings, and you've got your own beautiful bathroom space right over here. So floor to ceiling tile, we got the tub shower combo in here. Beautiful floor tile, as you can see, looks really good. And they've used kind of the darker cabinetry throughout this home. It's definitely not as popular as it used to be, but just keep in mind, once again, you're gonna have white oak, black, different options, white, and then you're gonna have your own little walk-in closet right inside of the bathroom space. So cozy little bedroom here at the front of the house. The floor plan sizes out here are going to be around 2,000 square foot up to around 3,500 square feet. So lots of options as far as sizing goes. And then this is where you would walk through your garage space. So there would be a door here. You walk in, you're going to have your laundry room space right here. You've got this little cabinet set up right here for additional storage. You could put a sink in here. We've got stackable washer and dryer here, so it does take up a little bit more space. And then you can put cabinets back here as well. But this is right when you walk in, and then you're gonna have your mud bench right here. Hang all your stuff, throw everything away. And then continue down this long hallway here. We can go left first. So another really nice size bedroom here. Big window in the corner, as you can see, just much larger than what you're used to seeing in most homes. Little WD on that thing. We've got our traditional standard 2-door closet. You're gonna have 8-foot doors throughout this entire house. A huge window once again. Decent sized bedroom. It's gonna have the luxury carpet in here as well. And then again, your own bathroom space. Now, one thing I do want to point out is usually the one in the front of the house, they're going to do a stand-up shower, so you're not going to have the tub. So that's going to be an option you can do as well. So if you don't need a bunch of tubs in your house, which most people don't, 1 or 2 is good. You can definitely get that changed out. Do a walk-in shower. I know a lot of people with older folks living there are definitely going to want something like that. And this is a nice little powder bath, kind of in the middle of the home. So kind of your standard half bath right here. Really cool looking wallpaper, because that is in there, putting it everywhere right now. Just keep in mind, once you put it on, it is not fun to take off. So here is the 3rd bedroom, kind of towards the middle of the house. Basically about the same size, maybe a slightly smaller. And your big window right over here on this side. And then another full bathroom. They decided to put tubs in all these. But like I said, if you want the frameless glass, the bench seat, all that stuff, they're going to be able to do that in this home. And then they've carried it all the way to the top, the tile, which is pretty nice. But different color selections. You got the navy cabinets in here, just kind of give you an idea of some of the options. And then that same kind of standard two-door closet right there. So coming out that hallway, what is nice about that too is these rooms are kind of tucked away a little bit, kind of keep a lot of the noise out when people are over here. And I didn't even mention it does have an office as well as a media room. So I messed up there. That is a huge selling point here. So we'll go into the office space right here. You've got a really nice size office. Those tall ceilings in here once again. Not sure how I feel about the wallpaper. I feel like it's making me a little bit dizzy, but hey, it's a design feature in a model home. But lots of ample space in here. Nice and bright with those huge windows. And then you're gonna have the double glass doors right here. If you don't like the glass doors, of course, you're gonna be able to do the normal kind of not hollow doors, but solid doors. Then right across is going to be of course, your downstairs media room. This is a 1-story home, so there's a lot packed in here. 4 beds, 4.5 baths, office space, and a media room. So very practical for those families that are pretty good size but don't need a huge house. This is a good size room, plenty of room for a projector, anything like that you want to do. But they've set this up a little bit differently. I'm kind of digging the dark blue color. It looks really cool. Got the dark blue carpet. It's definitely not going to be for everybody, but nice size bedroom, big tall ceilings. I want to say these are probably 12-foot ceilings in here. And I'm liking the painting as well. So we've still only made it about that far through this home. It is very deep. And now we've found the main living area finally here in towards the back of the home. And this is where it really opens up and gets exciting. So check out the beautiful ceiling right here. We got the beams all the way across. It look absolutely amazing. You've got this really cool modern farmhouse fan in here. You've got your fireplace right here. So this is all going to be gas fireplace. You've got a little switch right here. Just flip that on. It's actually going to put out some heat. You got the floating shelves right here as well. A lot of times people will do the LED lighting under those. And then you've got the storage underneath as well. So right behind here is going to be your beautiful kitchen space. So you got a really nice sized kitchen in here as well. Really cool layout for entertaining because everything's kind of all in one space towards the back of the house. You've got the floor to ceiling cabinets over here as well. You could do a double oven if you wanted to in this home. Decent size island right here. And then once again, it's kind of that darker cabinetry, which isn't as popular as it used to be. So just keep in mind, you'll have lots of options to choose from. They've got the glass inserts. I always point out the fact that looks really cool, but it's not super practical. If you want to use it for storage, nice bin hood right here as well. And they've carried this backsplash. It's really nice. All the way up to the top of the ceiling. So if you didn't want to carry these all the way to the top, because I believe the ceiling height in here is 12 feet. So, but if you wanted to carry top, you probably could, but a lot of people are going to want to do something like this. So really cool look. Of course, you got the under counter LED lighting. Decent sized corner pantry over here. Even carry the tile to the top on this side to match. So lots of cabinet space in here all the way around. And that's going to look into this main living area. So over here is going to be your formal, informal dining space. You've got lots of room over here. Seating for 6 right here, but you could put 2 more on each side for 8 comfortably. And you could put a table here to seat, I would say 10 to 14 pretty easily, because this goes all the way over here. You've got this additional piece of furniture right here with that wallpaper once again. All these massive windows in the back, bringing in tons of natural light. We're gonna see a lot of people want those big open sliders right here. That's what I would do if you were building. Just keep in mind it will be an upgrade, but I think it just looks really, really nice. But if you didn't want that, you wanted the standard look, I don't think it looks too bad at all. But lots of room in here. Perfect home for entertaining. Nice, tall, open ceilings. Definitely feels like a much larger home than it is. And we'll go check out what we're working with outside. So we've got a little storage closet right here. This little tucked away hallway into your master suite. But before we go in there, we will check out the backyard space. So we've got a nice covered patio right here, perfect for those drop down shades I always talk about. If you wanted to extend this out, you definitely could. They have extended the concrete patio section right here, actually made it into a little rock fire pit area. And this is one thing I want to point out here in this community. If you back up to absolutely nothing, you will have a wrought iron fence. You can put trees, privacy trees, all kinds of stuff. There's lots of options to choose from as far as that goes. But if you do back up to anything or anybody, you will have a privacy fence just like this fence that you see right here. And it is a nice one. These are big cedar fences that are well built. They're not the kind of fences that are gonna fall down here in a couple of years. So really cool setup. If you wanted to pull out here, you could easily fit one. It's not a problem. A lot of people don't think you can, but you definitely can. It's a 55-foot lot, so a little bit larger than your standard size. This is all additional landscaping that they actually will do quite a bit on these wrought iron fenced lots. But a decent amount of space to the side. Give you a nice little look at what this backyard looks like. So perfect setup for a lot of people. If you want a bigger lot, we know we'll show you or point you to the 75-foot lot down the street here in just a little bit. So real quick, if this is your first time to the channel, my name is Preston Gale. I'm a local realtor, born and raised here in the Dallas area. I've helped hundreds of people relocate from all over the country, all over the world to Dallas, Texas. They purchase new construction, resale, whatever, you name it. I've helped them save tons and tons of money, time, and effort. So if you're thinking about moving here, you just have questions, I would love to be a resource and connect with you. So please, please don't be shy. Give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. I would love to help you and your family make a smooth move to Dallas. Now let's continue this home tour. These back patio lots also are gonna have a gas connection. This is a gas neighborhood, so if you wanted to put an outdoor patio, wall this in, whatever, you can do that out here, no problem whatsoever. And as you can see, it's very peaceful still out here. We got big wide open fields and tons of trees over in the other section, the older section of this neighborhood. So now we are in the back corner of the home, and we've got our beautiful master suite. So really tall ceiling height in here. Continuing with that blue, they do blue in a lot of their homes. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm pretty sure this is the color of my bedroom when I was a little kid, but hey, to each their own. They're not usually going to do this unless you decide to do it and build it yourself. So big windows out here. One thing I always point out in the model homes, they will have an option to bump this out and create 2 more big windows on each side to create a little bit more square footage. It doesn't look like they did that in this home, but just keep that in mind. If you wanted a little bit larger master and you were building, that is something that you could do for an upgrade. This is a king size bed in here. Fits in here very well. Nice little side tables. Plenty of room to move around. You got room if you wanted to have a couch or something right here. But nice spacious bedroom, back corner of the home, nice and quiet. Double door entry into your master bathroom. Big storage closet, which is a huge plus. We all know what that's for. Ample amount of leg room right there. Just want to point that out to you guys out there, the bigger guys. And then we got some, I don't know how I feel about the tile in here, but I love the fact that they've kind of carried it throughout this entire wall. That's one thing that Highland does. You don't have to worry about water getting on the walls and stuff like that, especially if you have kids. You know, a lot of times my kids take a tub in the master bath and they get water everywhere. So this would be super helpful for that. If you want just one big shower, I've seen them do the frameless glass through basically this entire wall, multiple shower heads, rain shower. So just because it's set up like this does not mean this is the way you have to do it. And most of the time they're going to have kind of that more modern tub that's not boxed in, but a few people do like it like this. But just to keep in mind, that is not what you have to do. I don't know why they didn't do frameless glass in the model home. Come on, Highland Homes, not a big deal. But to me, the wobbly, just not a fan of that. But most places and most specs will have the frameless glass. And if they don't, we can get that for you. So right off the bathroom, of course, is going to be your master closets. Usually Highland's going to put a rack on the top shelf. They did that in a 75-foot model. So even though it's not a huge room by any means, you've got tons of space in here, really tall ceiling height. So pretty decent size. They carry looks like luxury vinyl flooring, not your wood flooring, and then lots of cabinetry here in the master bath. So it's not a huge, like a real wide layout by any means, but it is really long. It does feel a lot bigger when you do just the big frameless glass shower in here. So I've had lots of people that have relocated and built similar products as this and done that many times. All right, so now that we've seen this beautiful home, keep in mind these start around 2,000 square feet and go up to around the 3,500 square foot mark. If you want a larger home up to 4,600 square feet on a larger lot, they got that right down the street that I'll point you to here in just a little bit, but we're gonna get into pricing so you kind of know what you're looking at out here in this area. All right, so if you're looking to build out in this community, which is one of my favorites, you're gonna be starting at the price in around the $438,000 price point for the 55-foot lots here in Mantua. If you want to build this exact floor plan, you're gonna be looking at around the $530 price point as of the starting price. And if you want the largest home on the 55-foot product, you're looking at around $600K as of the starting price. As of the making of this video, they've also got beautiful homes on the 40-foot lots that start in the $350 price range. And of course, the 75-foot lots, we're gonna point you here in just a little bit, they're gonna start in the upper 500,000. So tons of great options out here. One of the best builders in all of Dallas, Texas. I've helped dozens and dozens of people purchase these homes. And if you are not looking to build, you want an amazing deal, they've got spec homes on the ground right now that are ready or getting close to being ready. And I can negotiate and save you tons of money on those homes. So if you're very picky, maybe that might not be the best option, but to me, I would rather save 20, 30, 40, 50 plus $1,000 just because I don't like a countertop or maybe the color of the cabinets. You can get that fixed for much cheaper than you could building that exact same home. So that's just one of the tips that I'll give you. Like I said, I've helped tons of people come out here and all over DFW, but I meet all kinds of buyers that have watched my videos that I run into in these communities that haven't called me. I'm telling you right now, the sales reps are great, but they work for the builder and the builder alone. I don't cost you any money. I'm here to save you money, time, and effort. So just give me a shout, give me an opportunity. I would love to help you. So please don't be shy. Give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. I would love to help you and your family make a smooth move to Dallas. Hope to see you around town, and make sure to check out this next video.